Hey guys, my name is Zinat and you're welcome to yet another engaging episode of Ameyaw TV One-on-One. Today, we are blessed with the presence of the one and only BOYD. Woo! He has a new EP out and we'll discuss all of that and other interesting matters, so stick and stay.
What's up, guys? It's your girl, Sia, the only sexy bad girl in the whole Ghana. You are watching Ameyaw TV. Stay locked, because that's where I'm always locked in. Don't go nowhere.
It's good to have you, BOYD.
Thank you very much.
How are you doing?
I'm awesome.
You
I'm
have
awesome. Yeah,
have you had a good day?
Yeah, I've been having a good week.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
nice.
Let me put it that way.
That's
but
nice.
I'm just not getting enough sleep, so.
Oh yeah, I haven't had enough sleep too. But yeah, I mean, real men wear pink, so BOYD is wearing pink for us today. Before we begin, I've got to ask, 2020 has been a whole lot. How has it been for you? COVID-19 and all.
Yeah, 2020 has been mad. Like, if you think about it.
So weird.
Yeah, every quarter is like a year.
I know.
You know, everything changes. But
Yeah.
I think it has been an eye opener for me personally.
Okay.
Right.
In what regard?
It actually gave me the time to actually pay attention to certain things I've always wanted to do.
Okay.
And so what I just did was actually try and put myself in that space to make myself useful.
Oh, nice.
So I think it has been about growth. There's been some growth in there.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people see it as like a really, really like bad year, but I think in another light, 2020 is kind of the year that you should understand that if you don't end up doing something that you love doing,
You're never going to have,
yeah.
like, when is the time to do it?
Yeah,
I
when
know.
is it?
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, just trying and putting yourself out there. Like,
Exactly.
experiment a bit.
I know, some of our viewers, this may be the first time that they are seeing you or probably hearing about you. So who is BOYD?
BOYD. BOYD.
Is that your real name?
Yes, it's my real name.
Oh, that's
yeah.
nice.
I mean, I get that a lot of people hear my
Yeah.
name, they're like, oh, is that your nickname? Is that your real name?
Yeah.
But yeah, BOYD. My full name is actually BOYD Lami. I'm a singer-songwriter. I'm also an architect. I think, well, I studied in Russia for 7 years, architecture.
Okay.
That's when music started for me. I actually quit after high school because that's when I developed the interest. Because, like, I studied science and then I realized I had this passion for art and I just went that way instead of straight engineering. So I had to explore that aspect.
That's nice.
And I decided to quit music, but in like my first day, it was really hard. Like learning the new language and everything.
I can
I actually
imagine.
studied in Russian too, so
Yeah.
that was like extra. And in the end, I entered this really dark phase. I started a little depression and all of that. But
So sorry.
yeah, music was one of the things that kept me grounded. So when that happened, I made that conscious decision to actually pursue both architecture and music.
Okay.
So, well, how many years down the lane? In a couple of years down the lane, I'm still on that journey, on that
Yeah.
path. And because music basically helps my mental health.
I mean, it's music has always been there from the beginning.
Yes, it has. First, I think mostly because my dad. Right.
Is he a musician?
He used to be a DJ back in the day.
Oh,
Right,
okay.
At this club called KTK.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I got introduced to funk soul music at an early age. The first instrument I learned how to play or even like play with was the keyboard.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, because my dad also plays.
The keyboard too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So from that, then was rap, then dance, then a couple of other things.
So
But
you've
music is the one that
you've
stayed.
meddled in everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
But at what point though did you decide that, you know what, I'm going to start doing this professionally?
Okay, so I was still in Russia back then, and backstory about music and everything.
Yeah.
So I started kind of like representing my faculty.
Okay.
We used to hold these interfaculty things for arts and stuff like that, and it goes to the university and then the national levels and everything. So they knew I could dance, right?
Oh, he's a dancer too. A man of many talents.
I don't do that anymore. And they didn't know I could sing. So there was this one time we went for rehearsal,
Yeah.
and then there was this friend of mine from Madagascar called Rendra, who was there and then he was playing the guitar. So the organizing team, I was there and then these two guys from Congo on the stage were like, oh, go give them the mic. And then this guy from Madagascar started playing Chris Brown's With You.
Okay.
And I was just moving, like enjoying the live guitar and everything. I just started singing.
Oh.
So I got to the stage, I handed off the mic, and then I turned around, and everyone was just like staring at me, and I'm like, you can sing? And I was like, oh, yeah. So, I mean, at that point, initially it was mostly people who were really close to me that were telling me, oh, you have a good voice, you know, so it was like, they want me to keep going, so they are, you know, like.
Okay.
But then these were total strangers. Like, so when that happened, I was like, okay, this is actually something
you can.
So let me just put myself out there.
Yeah.
At that point, I became a yes man.
Ah.
Anything someone says, I'm like,
yes.
Let's just do it, you know. And I started a cover band with a friend of mine back there. Played wedding gigs, restaurants, cafes, stuff like that. So I got a lot of live experience over the years. And when I came back home, that's when I started studio work. So I got home, there was only one person I knew in the scene.
Yeah.
That was Rumo. He's now called Anabingi. I featured him on Voice of Broken Hearts.
Yeah.
And so I just went to him and I told him I needed beats and stuff like that. So he helped me out. He sent me some beats. And then I also got in touch with Walasi. He got me in touch with Cube. He's mixing and mastering engineer.
Okay.
And I got it set up. Then after that, every day after work, I just sit down. If it's even 2 hours that I sit down and I even just come up with melodies, I take it like that.
Yeah.
So that was it for me. And it took me about 6 months to record the entire tape of Blues of Us.
Oh.
Then the mixing and mastering came. And then in 2018, I met Nikwe. That was also through someone of Twitter called Manny, right? And then Nikwe listened to one of the songs I did with a Russian friend of mine called Pleasure. And then he was like, oh yeah, I should come by the studio and we could work. So I think one day after work, I just headed off to Nikwe's studio. And he has this EP called Atomic News, that's Nikwe.
Okay.
And there's a song on the title Juju. That was actually the first time I met Nikwe. The first song, like the first session, that was the song that came out from that. And it was released early this year, I think in May.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. After that, what? Yeah, Blues of Us, then Boys with Broken Hearts. So the entire period from meeting Nikwe to late last year, that was when we recorded all the songs for Boys with Broken Hearts.
Okay. So we're going to today we are here to promote, you know, Boys with Broken Heart. But before then, you've already mentioned Blues of Us. What was the reception like? I know his music. By the way, let me ask him, what genre of music do you do? How do you classify, you know, the music you do?
You always have to put a label on it, but I don't like to put a label on it because I don't like to be put in a box.
In a box, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm someone who really listens wide. I could hear a song that is just ambience music or something, anything like that, or it can be hard rock, metal. So long as it's pleasing to me, I'll listen to it. So that's the thing. And I feel anything I can actually vibe with, I can record and write with. I mean, I'll definitely hop on that.
Okay.
But I'm mainly along the soul, R&B, and you know, you can add all the Afro soul, you know, you can add trap soul, like Afro trap, you know, like along those lines. That's the kind of music I make most.
Okay, so when Blues of Us, you know, came out, and you I mean, obvious. I have listened to it. I don't know about you guys, but you know, after watching this interview, go stream it everywhere. Yeah. But then after listening to it, you go like, oh, this is not, you know, something, the Ghanaian vibe. Like this is different. What was the reception like? How did people receive it? Were you nervous, like when you were done with it and you were going to put it out there? What, you know, what was going through your mind? Are people going to receive this? You know, what will be the reception and all of that?
Initially, that was like one of my biggest issues when it came to like putting out Blues of Us.
Yeah.
But at a point, I realized it's even though I'm creating what I'm creating, it's also a journey, right? When I came, I had people telling me, oh, you know, you should do a little bit more of this, you know, go this way, go this direction.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, music is art like anything else.
Yeah.
Every form art form is connected. That's why I say it's from music, architecture to the paintings and all of that. They're all connected. You can see something that will trigger something and then trigger this chain reaction that inspires you to do something else.
Exactly.
So I just forgot about it and I told myself, yes, this is what the commercial scene is like, but being able to grow in your craft. I believe I might evolve to a point where, like, maybe English might be out of what I'm doing entirely, but the space I'm in, I want to allow myself to grow and evolve in that.
Okay.
You know, and there's nothing, personally for me, there's nothing more beautiful than seeing someone's growth or evolution in whatever it is they're doing. It doesn't matter what it is, but you get to see that progress, and that's the beautiful thing.
So, I mean, there's a lot of, you know, new artists coming up. A lot of them seem to be joining the, you know, commercial scene. Do you ever get pressured that, you know what, why don't I do maybe just a single project in that, you know, in that regard, just to put it out there and see what will happen?
I mean, music is music. You know, anything can shoot up or blow up, you know. But like I said, so long as I vibe with the beats and whatever, yeah. I'm also fluid when it comes to certain things.
Yeah.
I'm not like, no, my music has to be this way or that way. So long as it's something I feel I like and I can work on and make something happen and create. I mean, that's the most important.
Have you thought about, you know, collaborations with some big names? You know, just to
with some big names.
to you know, like, put you out there. A lot of people want to just collaborate with someone keke so that, you know.
Yeah, I mean, everybody thinks and likes collaborations, artist collaboration. You always work with people to make something great. So that's never a bad thing. But I think for me personally, it's important. It's important that there starts also connection when it comes to the sound, right? Music is just like anything else. You meet two people and you can even tell whether they're in sync or not. So it's not just about, okay, I want this guy and that guy, but it should kind of like connect. That's when, you know, both parties involved will actually be excited about what they've created. Yeah. So yeah, collaborations are good. I'm looking forward to it.
But so in the Ghanaian music scene, which artists do you know, look up to, or, you know, like really want to work with someday? Okay,
ever since I came, there's like one person that's like, you know, like I also saw that person's great, like Bolasi.
Okay.
Bolasi is I mean, I actually went to high school with him and everything. So like, you know, seeing all of that talent in one person. Like, but yeah, like, there's so many people. I actually collaborated with EL on a song called titled Dare to Dream. That also came, I think was after I put out my EP Blues of Us. Yeah. And then, I mean, the Kwesi Arthur.
Oh, I want to hear you and Kwesi Arthur on a song. I'm kind of imagining how that will go.
So I mean, there's so many people out there. Yeah. There's so many people out there. There's so many great people I've also met. Like, oof.
But let's talk about the reason why he's here today. Boys with broken hearts. First of all, why boys with broken hearts and not girls with broken hearts?
Why boys with broken hearts and not girls with broken hearts? Yes. I'm a guy, I'm telling my story. That's the easiest question.
Who is the girl? Who is the girl? Yeah.
Oh, it's not a girl, it's a compilation of so many things bundled in one.
Okay, so I mean there are a lot of things that break your heart. So from what you're saying, it is the hearts, it's the broken hearts, the relationship kind, other things that have also friendships,
like
and
all of
everything.
Them, like everything. Like there's so many things that can actually do that. It's not always like the whole boyfriend girlfriend situation, you know. But sometimes just people you've actually been with or known for like years.
Yeah.
And then I think everybody has experienced this thing where you're cool with someone and then you just begin to like experience some kind of, you know, gap.
Right.
You know, like all those things are in there, you know. And personally, things like that, yeah, they worry me. Yeah, I'll not lie. And
He's a softie, guys.
yeah, I'm serious. Like, it worries me a lot because I'm one of those people. I notice these things. Like immediately it starts, I kind of like notice it.
Yeah.
And I became this person when I was in uni who, if something is worth it for me, I do like everything I can to make it work.
Right.
The rest of it is on the other part. I mean, you can see it when someone's putting an effort. You can see it.
Yeah,
tell,
yeah.
So if you do everything and still, you know, you just have to move.
But how did you come up with the you know whole title of the EP? Did you come up with it after you know like you sat down, you were able to record all the songs, or was it already in your mind before you now started recording the songs?
No. We actually started recording songs before the title popped up.
Oh, okay.
I think it popped up after we recorded the fourth song, that's Games, right? I was in the studio with Nikwe, this story. And then I have this friend who I went to uni with. I was in the studio and then he just called me out of the blue. Because, I mean, it's actually been a while since we actually communicated. He called me. And we're trying to make music. So, Nikwe was producing and then I was on the phone. I was talking to my friend and he talked about how a week ago, like, he was out looking at engagement rings to give to his partner. And then the following week, she pops up in the middle of the night tells him that like she's pregnant for someone else. So we actually had this whole conversation and everything, and right after that, Nikwe had produced the beat for Games, and I just wrote and then I recorded. Like that's the story of Games. Yeah.
Guys, it is a great project, and how is it doing so far? It came out on the 15th of September. If you haven't, you know, downloaded it or streamed it yet, it's available on all the music streaming platforms. So far, how is the reception for Boys with Broken Heart?
It's been super. You know, like for the direction that my sound is going generally. It's great to see that people are receiving it well.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a couple of people who actually told me they don't listen to R&B, but they heard certain songs. For example, Lost. Someone said they heard a cappella and then made them like fall in love with the song and everything. So I mean, that was also an eye opener because to be honest, like Ghanaians listen to all this kind of music.
We do. That's the funny thing.
Yeah.
We listen to Asha, we listen to all these people.
We listen to all these types of music. So I think that narrative of you always have to do it this way or do it that way. I mean, it's music. At the point when you decide to do that, like you should just allow yourself to ease into it.
Exactly.
You know, I think a lot of creatives are like that way. We don't like to be forced to do certain things, but that's just the way it is.
I mean, it's out. Are there any, special events or, things special? I don't know, a live session. What are you doing to kind of promote the album now that it's out?
We actually have a couple of videos.
Oh,
right?
that's nice.
Live performances and stuff that we're putting out.
Okay.
In a bit. What else?
Can I be in the music video for Private Show? Guys, that's like my favorite song. So it is the first song on the EP. If you listen to it, you will know what I'm talking about. Please, I am nominating myself to be in the video for Private Show. You will think about it. His manager is telling me he will think about it. Guys, he said he will think about it, so he better think about it. But yeah, so, the fans are there, they are watching you, they are listening to you. What do you have to say to them?
first and foremost, do what you want to do. Put yourself out there and just try and get it done. You know, it's difficult. I'm not saying you just get up and do. You know, like you have to be mentally prepared and everything for all these things. So, like, just do it. Try
just
it out.
do it.
Just do it. Like, just become a yes man. These things just change because I became a yes man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just keep fighting for what you want and keep doing what you want to do.
Now, before we go, you mentioned that you're an architect as well.
Yes.
How do you manage that?
How do I manage
With
that?
the, you know, like you have a regular job, right? How do you manage that with, you know, with the music?
Okay, so when I came back home, what I did was I gave my first year's architecture.
Okay.
My second year, I made myself open to try and juggle both.
Okay.
So after work, I started doing it after work, and then it was too much, so I shifted it to just the weekends.
Okay.
Right. So like no matter what's happening, my weekends are for music.
For
like,
music.
If anyone calls me for anything music related, I just jump in and go. So that was just the beginning. I'm still trying to balance both of them and find out what will work well. Because people keep telling me in the end you have to choose one. Nah, I'm being stubborn. I want to do both.
You want to have it all.
Yeah. No, it's not all. It's just two things.
That's all. Like you have something you obviously you love architecture too, right?
Yeah.
You have to pick one at the end.
Nah. One will follow the other.
That's true. That's true, guys. Having you here, we wish you all the best. We hope that you know we get to 1 million streams soon, and we can't wait to have you back when you know you're planning any big events. Our doors are always open for you to come back. So thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
All right.